In this video, we are going to see how to make an object or a person glow in Adobe Photoshop. First of all, you have to open your picture or your photo. And for doing that, you have to click on File, Open, and you select your photo. Then you click Open. After that, what you have to do is to select the layer over here. Then click here in Quick Selection Tool. With the right button of your mouse, you have to make sure that you select Quick Selection Tool. Make sure you have selected this button over here, which is Add to Selection. You can select the radius. Depending on the size of your photo, this will change. And you might need something bigger or smaller. At this point, you can start selecting the profile or the object you want to glow. As you can see here, there are some borders that I'm selecting. Photoshop will try to automatically select what is appropriate, but of course there are some mistakes from time to time, like the one over here. Now for deselecting the background, you have to press the Alt key and then you have to click with the left button of your mouse on the background. I don't care about this cable, so I will just select few parts. I will select part of my hair. I want to select everything here. Like this is fine. Now we take care of the front part over here. Okay, this is fine. So the higher the contrast is between the subject and the background, and the better it is. If the background is full of patterns, it will be more difficult for Photoshop to select the subject, basically. Now we are ready with the selection. So we click on Select and Mask. As you can see, Photoshop automatically highlights the subject. So here we can select Smart Radius and increase here. As you can see here, the Smart Radius changed the edges. It makes them a little bit softer. See? We are happy with a few pixels. We don't need something too big. Then in contrast, we can put 10%. We can select the contaminate colors. We make sure that output to new layer with layer mask is selected. And then we click OK. At this point, a new layer will be generated over here. And the background layer, the starting point, will be hidden. For showing it, you have to click here. And for hide it again, you have to click here again. We want to keep it. Now at this point, we can select the entire layer and we can copy and paste it. So we can press Ctrl and C and then Ctrl and V. A new copy will be added here. Then we can move it, clicking here and drag and drop it in overlay. It will be automatically adjusted. Now this one at the top is the one that is more close to the viewer, and you can here play with some properties. For example, you can make it, okay, clicking here, you can make it lighten. You can select pin light, vivid light. There are several properties that you can play with. Or you can make it a smart object. And then here you can add some settings here. For example, brightness and contrast. You can make it lighter. The problem with this one is that it will change the entire picture. So you don't want that. You can delete this. Now, we're going back to the layer over here. We can have another copy. And I will explain you afterwards why. So we start with the one at the bottom. And in here, we want to add a Gaussian blur filter. Let's say 7. And then we want to change it to linear dodge. You will notice here is very mild, but you can notice that there is an outline over here at the edges. We want to do this again. So we copy and paste it again. See, this was the blurry we created. And then we make it even more blurry. At this point, we can go over the heels with, let's say, 20. Now it's even more evident, basically. Now with the one at the top, we want to make it, okay, let's hide this one. Let's play with this. We want to make it different. Pin light is nice, but it's too much bright. So what we can do is try to, let's say, keep it normal for now. And let's play with the background. So with the background, we can add we can change the color. So color balance, maybe you want the background more of another color, for example, violet. So let's do, here we can drag and drop it to blue and here to magenta. As you can see, it will become more violet. And it will change only the background here. Now we want to also change the brightness and contrast. We want to make it very dark. So this way, the subject will be highlighted. Okay, like this. We can be happy already with this. And if we are not, we can, well, play again with the Gaussian blur filter to see how it changes. Then, of course, it depends on what you want to do. And in here, you have to check then what works better in your case. Now, if we use this one, it's very bright and it will work. But if you want something different, you can play around with the settings here. There are several possibilities depending on your output, your desired output. For me, pin light works, so I will keep it like this. Now, at this point, you can export the image. So you go on File, Export, and Export As. You select the format, the file format, PNG or JPEG, and then you click on export.